Come on and join the Conga. It's Conga night for sure. Let's just find a meme, I would say, to post on over here. Let's get it out of there. Let's have a look. Let's search for a GIF. Let's have a look for Conga, because that's what time it is. It's Conga night for sure. Right, let's get it. We need to tweet this out before we get this party started, guys, because it's official. XCN has now crossed over 2 cents. So let's find a juicy GIF here. None of these are tickling me fancy. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, there we go. A couple of milfs in there. Let's get that one. XCN. Let's try that one out there, guys. If I can spell XCN. I'll tell you what, let's put it is Conga time for sure. Right, guys, let's fucking pass that out. Let's get that out there. Give this, before we dive into it, give this video a like, subscribe if you're not already. We'll take a look at the crypto bubbles and we'll take a look at the XCN chart because we are bursting up now. This is on now like Donkey Kong. XCN is the biggest gainer on the day. You can see here 16.6% now. We are tearing it. And one of the other favourite coins of mine, XDC as well, also moving 12.1%. So we got 1 and 2 here in the crypto bubbles. And we have got the rest of the crypto landscape, which speaks for itself, guys. So let's dive into it as well. Now, I've just forgotten. Fedwire fund service goes live today, guys. So this is going to be absolutely massive. I did tweet it out earlier on, but I've actually not preloaded the tab to show you guys in today's video. All you need to know, guys, is the Fedwire is going live. So this is massive for ISO tokens. However, XCN is outstripping in terms of gains on the daily. XCN is up 16%. Look at this. This is where I've marked out here. So I'll tell you what, for context, we're just going to come out into the weekly. And then, as always, what we'll do is we'll sort of hone in from the sort of larger sort of time scales, if you will. So, for example, we do have this weekly time frame up here now. So we did mark out in yesterday's video these sort of hurdles that we're looking at. Initially, we're looking at getting up to this 2025 high around sort of 5 cent. We've got this sort of micro, the 1618 micro, and then we've also got that 2618, I think it is, which is coming in around sort of $1. So those are my two targets. I do feel those two targets are realistic, and I did say there's a slim possibility that if XCN wants to get up to any sort of funny business and actually run like you've never seen a coin run before, then we will be looking at a sort of $6 range, okay, which is not off the cards. It is a very slim possibility. I'm not saying it's going to get up to $6, but I'd always keep a small bag just for the fun of it, just to be kept in a loop with sort of crypto as well, because that's the thing you want to be doing is taking all your profits, and you're not actually enjoying the crypto. I know myself. Very, very difficult to sit on dry powder. Extremely difficult because you just miss the FOMO, you miss the dopamine, you also miss the cortisol as well when the markets are causing you a lot of stress and sleepless nights. However, if you've only got minimal amounts invested, at least you can enjoy the markets still being involved. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is the week now. We'll dive into the daily now. Let's just zone in here. So this is where the clear breakouts come, and this is why we've started the Conga, because we got this all-time high back here, like I say, 5 cent. We've got all these sort of liquidation spikes here. Yeah, we've got 1 there, 2 there, facing a lot of rejection here. Been a lot of grinding, sort of persistent sort of resistance. And like I said, Thursday, Friday last week, we got the breakout. So we have been trading really nicely over the past sort of few days, especially leading out from sort of last week's sort of close. So we're doing really, really well now. So look at it. We're absolutely going on a tear. Like I say, 5 cent for me is the next sort of obstacle that we will be looking at getting into. So let's have a look at some other sort of crypto indicators as well over here on the channel. So let's publish the MACD. Let's see what this is stipulating here. So we do have the MACD. Let's just have a look. It has flashed green there. You can see here we've got this green dot. And if you actually entered the market when we did get this buy signal here on the daily time frame, you would have bought perfectly in accordance to the MACD. However, You can't take this as gospel. Obviously, we've got a red dot there, so that would signal a sell. But obviously, that sort of sell signal was flipped into a bullish signal with the previous green one there. So yeah, MACD looking really, really good. What we can do is we can go into the Discord as well, guys. For example, we can go into sort of crypto data, and we can basically type in XCN as well, and we can find out what the other cryptos are suggesting as well. So, for example, let's go on XCN. 1D for 1 day. Check this out. You guys can join the Discord as well, 3-day free trial as well, so you guys can gain access free of charge. You can try it out if you like the crypto Discord. You can remain in there. You can talk to the rest of the members in there as well. However, XCN on the daily, this is all the metrics and TA that you need to know right now. So you can see the average volatility coming in here. RSI is signaling overbought on the daily candles. What other common indicators have we got? We've got Bollinger Bands here in the upper band, so that's sort of signaling caution on the daily. We've also got the average true range, and then we've got the medium simple moving average. So that's a 50-day moving average. So that's bullish. MACD's bullish. You can see here all this green here. So on the whole, on the contrary, XCN is looking very, very bullish in terms of technical indicators. Okay, so again, I like to keep my charts nice and simple. And for me, what I would be looking at is a sort of area of supply and demand. Now, it looks as if we've got that sort of miniature sort of hurdle to overcome. You can see where all these sort of closes are going in here. And this is exactly where XCN has reached now at this sort of 2 cent level. So I'd expect to sort of maybe stay around here for the next day or two. And then hopefully, I would say, rolling into Wednesday, Thursday, we can shatter this order block and continue our move to this next sort of hurdle. Now, the next hurdle would be these sort of highest daily closes, which is around this sort of section here, which I'm going to highlight for you guys. So this is all short-term stuff, guys. So this right here, these are all the daily closes. We did get that wick up at 5 cents, so there's strong sort of resistance there. So this is what I'm looking at getting up to this week. Continue up in a sort of progressive manner. Hopefully get up to around sort of 3.5 cent. That would be really nice, because even from 2 cent now, that's over a sort of, I would say, if we round it up anyway, 80% move. So it's there or thereabouts, yeah. You're almost doubling your bag. So I'd be very happy with a 2x this week. Fantastic. Almost 2x. Not quite 2x this week. I could be wrong. It could continue melting up, guys. There's every chance XCN could continue melting up, and it could even wick out this sort of 5 cent region. And if that's the case, we're looking at a phenomenal 150% gains there or thereabouts, guys. So that's a 2.5x your capital, which you have deployed into Onyx Xcn. So that would be remarkable. So these are the sort of short-term hurdles, short-term checkpoints that we're kind of looking at taking out. So this is what we need to overcome. Again, I'm not taking any profits personally. I think 5 cent is way too soon in this sort of third wave, in the Elliot wave. Okay, what I would be looking at is getting up to this sort of second sort of large, well, I say second order block. These are just, very short term for people that are impatient and want to see this sort of price begin to rally. But certainly, I'll be looking at getting past 5 cent. Then I'll be sort of reassessing my portfolio anywhere between sort of 16 to 19 cent, which is what we covered in yesterday's video. So let's hope that XCN can continue to run up this week. I will be, like I say, eyeing 16 to 19 cent before I start reassessing. What I want to be doing then at that point is, once we do get it to 18, 19 cent, which is why it's important for you guys to subscribe if you're not already, can keep you in the loop, and we'll see around these sort of prices what sort of patterns are playing out. And then what we'll also do as well, if you're in the Discord, you can check for yourself. You can just type in XCN yourself, and then we can take a look at that. And then you guys can get an idea of what sort of bullish indicators, whether it's bullish or bearish, you guys can know. If majority of these sort of crypto signals are signaling green, it's a good chance that we're going to see some continuation action. So we'll be looking at breaking through that 16 to 19 cent sort of order block, and then we will continue higher. Okay, which is, in my view, we're probably going to see a little bit of resistance on the sort of, I'd say around 30 cent. I think there was I forget if it's a micro or macro Fibonacci line. It's coming in around sort of 30 cent. I'd have to have a look off screen for you guys, because I don't want to start playing around with the tools now. But 30 cent was coming in quite significant. I think it might have been a measured move. It might not have been a Fibonacci. Let me just plot the bottom of this sort of structured move. So this is like the 25 range. You can see here where this is coming out. So that's 33 cent. So that for me will be a huge obstacle to overcome. So we might see a little bit of resistance there. Okay. So this is it. We've got a couple of key targets now that I'm looking at assessing. But for now, let's just enjoy the Conga. Make sure to drop a like on our post over here as well. We're running up nicely now, 19 likes since the beginning of this video, so that's looking really good, guys. But yeah, let's just enjoy it, guys. We've had so much misery in the markets. Like I say, 90% of crypto is literally sitting around and sitting on your hands. And you know what? You're paid for your time in the markets, which majority of the time you are paid to suffer. 90% of the time, your money will be trading in a downwards action, and then literally within a few days you do get these nice sort of candles. So all of your sort of misery is almost being, it's almost being painted over with a couple of these candles. So you know what, guys, just stick with it, guys. We are literally coming through the sort of, we've ridden the hard times is what I'm saying, guys. We are literally about to see some explosive actions now, guys. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Again, these videos are all for educational and entertainment purposes only. I've been the Blobble. Until next time, the Blobble is over and out.